Cool. It's a going. Alrighty then. I'm so glad I got it going. Actually, I need to bring this over here and this over here. Oh, while I wait for everybody, is there anybody out there yet? Hey, world. Are you out there yet? I'm here. It's 3 o'clock, y'all. You there? Well, I'm waiting on you. First person that comes on, say hi to me so I know that I got somebody on there. And I'm going to go ahead and open up this can of soup while I'm waiting on y'all. Well, there's my cousin Chandra. Hey, baby girl. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you're there. We're going to learn how to make, well, you probably already know how to make it. You better already know how to make it. Chicken and cornbread dressing. I'm just waiting to kind of see if we got anybody else coming on here. If not, baby girl, it'll be just me and you, and that'd be all right. They can watch the rerun. Because I always say the rerun. And I bet you any money my Aunt Oler Clyde is watching too, ain't she? She's watching, ain't she, Shan? I know she is. I hope she is, and if she is, I'm going to tell you I love you, Aunt Oler. It was so good to see you at the family reunion. While I'm sitting here waiting on other people, I'm going to just sit here and pick my chicken and get that out of the way. I boiled some chicken in its own fat, skin. Of course, you know you got to clean it real good. And if you don't know how to clean a chicken real good, let me know. We'll have a video on that. But right now, all I'm doing is breaking apart my chicken. You never made it? Well, girlfriend, you fix and learn how. Because it's really easy. Now, boil your chicken. You know, it's better if you use fresh chicken and boil it yourself so you can have your own stock. You know, that's what I like to do. I'll use that canned stock or that box stock every once in a while, but ain't nothing like your own. Because, you know, you can put your own seasonings in it and stuff like that. That's right. So here we go. I'm just sitting here picking my chicken, breaking it apart. Because, now, depends on how much you gonna make, you know. Hey, Cat Toby. Hey, Mickey, I'm so glad you're watching. I'm sitting here picking chicken. And just pulling it apart. All I did was boil it in some water, salt, pepper, garlic. That's my main 3 ingredients. I boiled it. I was just saying how I don't really like it unless I got to use it than boxed or cans. Rather use my own. It's better that way. Oh, good. I'm glad she is watching. I love my Aunt Oler. I'm so blessed that she's still here. And so are you, Shan, that you got your mama. But anyway, I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to pick this and we just going to talk. Toby, I love you. I'm glad you're on here. I was just telling her I was so glad to see Aunt Oler at our reunion. And Mickey, it's good to see you on there too, honey. Boggy boy, of course. Got to support each other, don't we? Anyway, so I just pulled apart all this chicken and mushing it up real good. Because I like to get it all broke up real good. Because, you know, it's nice to have big chunks in there. But it's also nice to have in every bite some. So that's what I do. I'd rather have some in every bite than big old chunks. But that looks good. Let me just get rid of this other. So there's a little bit of fat in that bone gristle. I done took the bones off of there, don't you know. But get rid of that fat and that bone gristle. Don't like that. All right, let me wash my hands real quick. Little bit of splash here. But I hope y'all had a great weekend, because we did. We went yesterday, had a date day, me and my husband, Charlie. We do that every once in a while. Everybody should do that, whether you got youngins or not. Hey, Susie, it's good to see you, baby girl. And we went out to a movie. A little bit of shopping and eating, but went to a movie and went and watched that Let There Be Light. Let me tell you, people, I recommend that one now. That was good. Very good, but had a wonderful day. So, I just got finished picking chicken. So now we're going to make some cornbread. And because I want to go ahead and get some, show y'all how to make it, and then get it in there in the oven. Now, if you don't have a cast iron, just, use a cake pan or whatever you got. But I'm a cast iron type person too, I do like these little new things, the Gothams, but when it comes to cornbread, ain't nothing like that cast iron. Put you some grease in there. Probably about a tablespoon. About a tablespoon of it, but what you want to do is get it in there, and just mix it around. Shake it around and let it do the dance around that pan and get greasy. And then to get the sides, now you got to be careful, but this is the way I do it. I slide this all the way around. See? Slide it all the way around. So my sides get done. Now you can take it and paper towel and stuff, but that's the way I like doing it. So anyway, I got that in there. I'm gonna, while I mix up my cornbread mix, I got my oil in there. I got my oven already preheated to 450. I'm gonna pop that Hummer in the oven. Just like that. And what that does is that goes ahead and heats up that cast iron, so that when you pour that cornbread, I don't never know where to put my eyeballs. So, 1 minute I might be looking at you, and next I might be looking out that way. I don't know. I ain't figured this thing out yet. But anyway, once cornbread gets in there, it kind of already cooks a little bit on the bottom. And then, oh, you're talking about the crust. If you think I'm kidding, here's one already made up. See there? Ain't that pretty? Already made up. Beautiful. Beautiful. And you can do that too. So anyway, we're going to make our cornbread here in just a second. Right now, we're going to make some cornbread mix so that I can put it in my cast iron. I got 2 cups of cornmeal. I don't care what kind you want. Just as long. That one happens to be buttermilk. That's what I had here. As long as it's self-rising. Otherwise, you're going to have to add all that other stuff. I'm not into adding that other stuff. Okay, so you get, I forgot my milk, didn't I? Darn it. I always try and be professional. There's always something I forget. Just ain't going to let me, is it? Just better get that other one just in case. Because I don't want to make 2 trips. So anyway. So I got 2 cups of cornmeal. I'm going to do a cup. And I forgot my dadgum egg. Y'all. My egg. Okay. I don't have to walk away again. I got everything I need right here. Okay, so it's going to be a cup and a third of milk. That wasn't quite a third, so I'm going to have to open up this little Hummer. That made it a third. But one and a third cup of, well, I don't try to be funny. I try to be professional, dang it. 1 and a third cup of milk. Then we're going to do a 4th cup of oil. I'm just no boggy girl, can't be professional. I just want to have fun, y'all. I like cooking and I like giving my secrets. This is my egg. 1 egg goes in there. That's it. Then all you do is mix it up. That right there, people, is cornbread. Now, you want to get creative with it? If you wanted, I never measure anything either, Toby, but I had to measure. I have to measure on this show. Because, you know, people ain't like me and you where we can just, and it's done. You know what I'm saying? That's a gift. That's a God's gift. It is. Now, I'll own up to that. Because there is some people out there can't measure. And that's the truth. Hey, Leanne. I'm so glad to see you, baby girl. Anyway, we mixing up cornbread. Look at there. There's the consistency of it right there. Can y'all see that? Because I tell you, I don't know if y'all can see real good because, see that? That's the consistency that it should be. Now, like I said, if you want to, you can get really creative. And that this is where you can add cheese or jalapenos or whatever you want to add. I mean, if I make jalapeno cornbread, right about now, I'd had me some diced up cornbread or jalapenos, and I'd throw that in there. Cheese cornbread is so good, most especially with chili. Throw you some fresh shredded up cheese in there. Stir that up in there. It's all the same. All the same mixture, but we just gonna have just plain old cornbread. So, you know, I have to mix everything where there ain't no lumps. Because even when you bake a piece of cornbread, if there's a lump, you're going to eat raw cornbread. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. So just make sure it's mixed up real good, people. I mean real good. And if one wants to be stubborn, push it on the side, squish it on the side. It'll break it all up. But get that all stirred up in there. And now I'm going to take my frying pan out of my oven. For y'all that just are tuning in, I put me about a tablespoon of grease, cooking oil, in my cast iron frying pan. And swooshed it around. That sucker's hot, I'll tell you that. And now all I'm doing is shutting that oven for one thing, because that was hot on my face. Scraping this out into this frying pan. Ooh, I already see it sizzling. I'm going to show you something real quick. I am, then I'm going to put you back. You know I got to move y'all. I got to show y'all stuff. And you know, sometimes this is where it comes in handy to have somebody. But that's all right. We'll deal with it. See how that kind of crusted up right there? Can you see it because of the heat? That's what you wanted, people. For it to crust up a little bit. All right, I'm going to put y'all back. I'm just going to put you back here. And we're going to go from there, all right? Here we go. There we go. See? No harm, no foul. All right, here we go. We're going to put it in the oven on 450 for 20 minutes. Let me put my clocker going. Now, see, I ain't going to go ahead and make this one because I don't want to make it right now. Use it for dressing. So when this one cools down, I'm going to just stick it in the freezer. And then next month, see, I'll make me some fresh cornbread dressing, and I won't have to make none. So yes, you can wrap it up and put it in the freezer. And once it cools down real good. And that's what I'll do with that one. Alright, so now, people, we're going to make that dressing. Because I told you I already got one of these cornbreads made. Now, if you're going to make a big batch of this, a big pan of it, you want to make 2 cornbreads. 2 of those cornbreads. And then you want to double your recipe, okay? I mean, just double everything. Because this is only going to make a small, you know, just a small one. Hey, Sue, how are you, girlfriend? Glad to see you. My baby's watching me. Hey, baby Charlie, I love you. That's my honey. So here we go. This is my cornbread. Uh-oh, just broke off a piece. It's my cornbread that I cooked in that cast iron. Ain't that pretty? Always turns out pretty in cast iron. I'm telling you people, it does. Always. Now I got to bring this up just a little bit so I don't have to strain to look at you. There you are. Alright, so what you want to do is just start crumbling this up in a bowl. Just crumble it up. I wanted to wait. I didn't crumble it up, you know, before I started the video because I wanted to show y'all, you know, how to crumble it up. And besides, this is a favorite part of mine is crumbling up. I like just sitting here smushing it. So, it's like, why do you make one of those if you're just going to sit here and crumble it up? Well, hey, that's the way it is. But now, you talking about good with some greens? Woo! That cornbread would have been good with some greens right there now. Cornbread's good with anything. We had us some greens, turnips one night and collards the other this week. And I love them things. So, I tell y'all people, this Cooking in the Breeze with Rita, it's Southern food. It's not just Southern food. I'll just, you know, cheesecake bites was everybody's favorite. It wasn't a Southern thing. So, can't just say I cooked just Southern food. But that pumpkin log, hey, not too many Southern people would have cooked that. My mama didn't. So, but I want to make stuff easy. That's my point. Easy. Crumble it up. Leave some good sized chunks in there. Can y'all see? Because I can't tell because the sun is so bright in my kitchen window at this time. But anyway, leave some good sized chunks in there, but break a lot of it up. So what we're going to do is I broke that up. This is my chicken that I broke up. That's just 3 thighs right there. I didn't put no white meat in it, just dark meat. But that's 3 thighs right there broke up. I make my own. I put 6 in there because I'm going to make Charlie some chicken soup after a while. He's wanting him some chicken soup, so I had to double boil my chicken. But anyway, take that vein out. I thought I got all them veins out of there. I'm not a veiny person on a chicken. Hey, Cindy, how you doing, honey? So anyway, I added my chicken to my cornbread. I got me some cut up celery, chopped up celery. Put that in there. And I got me some chopped up onions. And put that in there. Now some people put boiled eggs in theirs. I'm sorry, I just really don't care for boiled eggs in my dressing, and I don't want it in my giblet gravy. Now, if you don't make giblet gravy, you can boil your giblets, turkey giblets, and, you know, break it all apart and put this in there. But I like this because my giblets are reserved for my gravy. Absolutely. So anyway, then I've got 1 can of, now I put on there cream of chicken. You can use cream of chicken or cream of celery, whichever, or I put cream of celery on that toast. But you can use cream of chicken or cream of celery. I personally wanted cream of celery. Thought I had a can of cream of celery, but it ended up I had a cream of chicken. But that's okay. It just gives it a little bit more chicken flavor, and that's all right too. But that's what we're going to do. We put that in there. Now I've got chicken broth reserved over here in my pot on my stove. Because like I said, I got to make Charlie some chicken soup after a while. So now I want to put right now I'm just putting 1 cup in there of the chicken broth at the moment. I'm going to add more than that, trust me. And then I'm going to add some salt. Now, because this doesn't have anything raw in it, no egg or anything like that, I go light on my seasonings and I taste as I go. Because I'll tell you, I use the poultry seasoning because it has everything in there, honey, that you need. It has the thyme, the sage, the margarine, rosemary, nutmeg, thyme, everything you need. So I like the poultry seasoning. But this can be, if you put too much in there, it can ruin it. So I just kind of, well, nobody thought I could cook so good, Chandra. Mama used to say that all I was going to be able to cook was macaroni and tomatoes. But God blessed me. But anyway, we're going to go back over here to this poultry seasoning. And I'm just going to sprinkle some in here right now, just a little bit. And then I told y'all, I'm a hands-on person. You can use a spoon if you want to. But me, I've already washed my hands after I pulled that chicken. Chandra, you saw me, so you're my witness. And I'm going to go ahead and just start mixing it up. Now, is that 1 cup of stuff I put in there, broth, isn't going to be enough to make it moist like I want it. But it'll make it moist enough to where I can mix it all up. Because I know I'm going to have to add some more of that poultry seasoning. And this poultry seasoning, you know, some people don't like a whole lot of taste of it. But to me, I put just a perfect amount in it, don't you know? Because I think I'm just a perfect amount type of person. So, anyway, I can't tell you to put a tablespoon or a teaspoon in there because it might be too much. We're going to go a little at a time, honey. And once I get this all mixed up, and it's okay, because I will be putting me some more. This is where I will wash my hands real quick. I'm not going to do them perfect. Just enough to knock some of that off. Where's my towel? Right there. Just enough to knock some of that off. And then I'm going to go back over here because I can look at it myself and say I ain't got enough. We're going to start with that amount first. And then I'm just going to start mixing. And I'm going to twist my hands as I mix because that helps get it all in between everything. If you just take your hand and just, to me, that mixes it all up better than anything. Not easy when you got arthritis in your hands, but you know what? There's an ingredient in here that you need to add, but it's your own ingredient, and it's called love. And that right there is what makes everything you cook good. Alright, I'm going to just taste that. Hold on, let me have a swallow. I think, dang, that's almost good. A little bit more. Not much. And some more pepper. And then mix that up again. Now see, this is real thick. See that? Because I'm mixing right now. Once I mix all the ingredients together, then I'll add some more juice, because it's got to be a lot more juicier than this, people. A lot more. Trust me. Alright. We're going to see how that tastes. Like I said, you know, I don't measure. And let's say fresh eggs. I don't try nothing with it raw. That's good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna wash my hands real good this time, because of course I got licked all over 'em. But dang, that's good. Just the right amount of flavor. Not overbearing with that poultry seasoning. Not where there's not too much where you can't taste it. I mean, you can taste it, but not overbearing. Oh yeah, that's going to be really good. So now, what I want to do is just start adding my chicken broth. Because it needs, and I'm going to use a spoon to stir this. I don't know, I added probably a cup and a half of broth right then. Should have measured it for y'all. But it was about a cup and a half in that. Now I'm going to stir it all together. Because you want this mixed all in there. And the reason I'm stirring it at the moment is because that pot's still hot, and I don't want to stick my hands in it at the moment, but I'm going to add some more in there. Alright, that's about a cup and a half right there, or another half a cup. That's another half a cup, so far we've added 2 cups of broth. Okay? 2 cups of broth. Normally I wouldn't be measuring, I'd just be pouring, but you want this to end up soupy. Trust me. Because when it bakes, it'll dry out if you don't make it soupy. And you don't want soupy, dried out dressing. You don't want it so soupy that it won't cook down at all, and then you got nothing but soupy dressing. But when I get the consistency, I'll show you. It's almost there. See? It's getting there. You see that? It's getting there. That's good. I got another half a cup. And I don't think that half cup's going to be too much. Because you got to remember too that this is a bread, and bread does soak up juice. So if you make this ahead of time, which you can, and put it in the refrigerator the night before Thanksgiving or Christmas, or the night before you cook it, you may have to just, add just a little, just pour a little bit of chicken broth, and that at that point in time you can use that box, and just pour a little bit on top, just to let it go down in there and soak up. And see, you want it just like that. See that, how soupy that is? That's the way you want it. Sure is. And this is going to be too small, but I'm making a couple, I'm making one this size, and then I'm going to make one or two, me and Charlie's size. So, I'm not going to use a big old pan. So, anyway, I am going to butter this dish. Just butter your baking pan. A casserole, or, you know, pan will work. Baking pan will work. And that little soft there, so I'm going to just take my hands and run across it because I've left it out for a little bit. But get it all nice and buttered. Once it's nice and buttered, well, that towel must have had lint in it because it's making me mad because I got lint now all over my pan. Really? So, wipe that hammer out. And start all over again. Always gonna be technical difficulties when you're going live, isn't it? But that's okay. You know what? I don't know if I'd want to be able to be technically technical person where I could edit and all that other stuff. Because then you don't get, you're not real. Then you're acting. I ain't no actor. This is me. What you see is what you get. Flaws and all, people. Flaws and all. But that's alright. That's what makes it all fun. So now let me try this again. I'm just going to get me a little bit of butter there. And I got that all cleaned up. Always, always something. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead. We got 3 minutes on my cornbread. Can you believe that? Already 3 minutes on that cornbread tells me we might be going too long on this video. But I'm trying to get done, y'all. And I'm going to go ahead and pour some in there. You don't want to pour it too much over half. Just like that'll be good. Oh yeah, that's going to be real good. Real good, y'all. And see, I'll take that and pour it in something else here in a minute. And that, people, oh yeah, y'all, it's 2 minutes early. I took it out at 2 minutes early, but that's okay because my oven's been cooking, been on for a while. I just wanted to show y'all something. But this sucker's hot because it's cast iron. And so is that. But look at there. Ain't that a pretty piece of cornbread? It's hot, let me tell you. Touching it is hot. But I'm going to show you the bottom. See there? Ain't that pretty? That's what that cast iron will do for you. So, now you know how to do it. I'm going to cook that cornbread dressing on 400 for about an hour. And 350, 400, about an hour. And it'll be ready to eat. And that's how you make chicken and cornbread dressing, people. And if you got any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll answer them. If there's something else you want to know, I made this because somebody requested it. And we are getting into the holiday season. I think I'm going to make cookies or something. I don't know. If there's any suggestions, throw them my way. We'll figure it out if I don't know how to make it. We'll look up a recipe and we'll make it together, flaws and all. But I love y'all. I'm sorry it's been so long since we've had a video, but it's been a little crazy. Life gets that way sometimes, but we just keep going, don't we, people? And you know what? I got a suggestion, y'all. It drives me crazy, and I just seen it before we go. You're welcome, Sue. I'm so glad you enjoyed watching. And I'm thinking you were the one that asked about that, about making the cornbread dressing. I'm thinking. But anyway, I wanted to ask y'all a question. See, I painted my kitchen. The doors, the frames, the walls. But who'd have thunk to paint up under here? Who? Who'd have ever thunk? Now, I don't think I'm going to paint. I mean, I don't think I can handle too much more live videos without painting up under there. So, hopefully, the next time I do a video, live video, that'll be painted. Because, you know, that's kind of embarrassing. But I know I'm short, but I ain't that short enough to keep looking up underneath there. But I will paint that Hummer. But anyway, y'all have a good weekend. Have a good week. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We'll do it again soon. All right. Take care and God bless you. Oh, Lord is good, I tell you. He is wonderful. Bye, y'all.